What's up, everybody? I'm super excited to show you what's in the bag. I believe this is the first ever Lightspeed Disc Golf sponsored in the bag in history. So I'm super excited to show you what we have in store. I bag all 3 Lightspeed molds, and the rest of them are open bag slots. And I have an open bag as part of my sponsorship. So everything I throw, I really like to throw, and I really want to throw. So unlike most people's in the bags you're gonna see, you're actually gonna see disc that I really enjoy to throw. So without further ado, let's start. Drivers or putters? I think drivers are the fun ones, so we'll start with some fun, and I have the most. So at the moment, I have one missing from my bag. It's getting dyed right now. I'll add a photo if I'm done editing it by then, here in a minute. But to start off, I throw bosses. These are Innova bosses. This one's a champion boss. I'm in the market for that beefcake boss right now. This is what I thought was going to be my beefcake, but this is my overstable disc right now, my overstable boss. These star bosses are my understable ones. The one I'm getting dyed right now is a white one. It has a little bit more beat to it, and I'm getting Bart Simpson on it. If you can't tell, I love Bart Simpson. I got him right here on my bag, right here. And I love the Simpsons. I pretty much watch Simpsons every day. I'm getting a stamp with him that says El Barto. And then eat my shorts on the distance drivers, because by far driving is the best part of my game, or at least distance drives are the best part of my game. The rest of it sucks. I got an MVP Octane. I actually just found this one randomly, and it had a number that said, I can't even read that number. It like was faded and scratched off, so I just couldn't return it, and I loved it, and it's in my bag. I've been bagging it for about a year now, on and off bagging it for a year now. I went through a phase where I was throwing destroyers. I still bag a destroyer, and here it is. Oh, by the way, this is my roller disc. So anytime I have to throw like a sky roller or a big turnover shot that I know is just not gonna fade, because this is a fission, and I believe that's MVP's super flippy plastic. I bag these Evelina Solonin World Champion Destroyers. I won't throw a backhand with this disc, but this is my forehand driver. I don't love the way bosses feel for forehands, so I just have this. This is a pretty stable driver for my forehand. I'm capping my forehands around 350 feet, so I'm just not throwing my forehand super far compared to my backhand. So this is stable, where I would just turn it over on my backhand. I used to throw these backhands all the time. It just kind of beat in too much, and I like the feel of it forehand, and I know how it's gonna fly. So that's moving on to fairway drivers. So for fairway drivers, the stable one, this is kind of a replacement right now, until I find a more stable Raptor. But I do bag a Raptor / Felon. I was bagging the Felon for a while. I just like that beefy Firebird type slot, that Raptor slot. I was bagging a Firebird, lost it. I prefer the feel of Raptors, but anything in that slot kind of can be interchangeable. But mainly Felon, Raptor, Firebird, just depending on whatever I have available to me at the time. Russ Disc Golf Monkey Burns hooks me up with some Innova, and so I'm able to get some Firebirds sometimes from him, but I don't prefer Firebirds as much as I prefer a Raptor. With the Raptors, I really struggle to find one the stability I like. This one per se is a little bit more understable. And then like the Felons, like I've only ever thrown one Felon I've actually liked. The rest I've just not enjoyed, just because they're a little inconsistent. I'm bagging the Discraft Sagara, or I think I said that right. This one is super stable, I think, compared to most of them, is what I've heard from people, but it's still my kind of flippier fairway driver. And then for my flippiest, I have my Explorer, Latitude 64 Explorer. This is the Kristen Tartar Grand Slam one. I believe these are supposed to be overstable, but it's not as much overstable as the Sagara. And if you can't tell, I used to bag only pink disc, and this was from that time frame. Actually, I don't have any discs that are pink in my bag other than this and the Sagara, and my Sagara is new to my bag, so this is one of the OG discs. So I've been bagging this disc for a while, way back when I was a noodle arm, and I kind of just always had it in my bag. Trey Thomas, who's on Team Lightspeed, has seen me throw it all over Persimmon Ridge, because for some reason that weekend I only threw this disc and I almost won. So I think I got second place. So it would have been super cool if I was gonna win. I would probably throw it a lot more if I won, but I had a pretty disappointing ending where I just missed my upshot. And then finally, I have a Lightspeed Lumen. This is the 7503. It's really cool because there's a slight puddle top to it, and it's like a straight overstable disc, but it holds that line. You put it on and it just fades out super quick. So it's really fun to put on like an Anheuser angle and then have it hold and then fade out super quick. I find myself using this in the woods a lot, and oh my gosh, it's just a fun disc. If you've never tried a Lumen, they're a unique disc, I would say. I was gonna say the flagship disc, but for Lightspeed, but I don't know, that could be argued. But this is what I think. If you've never thrown Lightspeed before, you should try this because it's pretty unique and cool and fun. And I don't know if there's much like it on the market. So Lumen, 10 out of 10 disc. Going on to mid ranges. These are fun. So if you don't know, I know the owners of Negative Disc pretty well. Super good guy, John McCain. Stamp I designed for the Four States Open in Joplin, Missouri. Kind of my hometown. I live in Carthage, about 30 minutes away. Designed this stamp and kept it in my bag. I was throwing, not before I was on the ambassador team last year for Negative, just because I know the owners and always kind of wanted to support him. So I was throwing for Negative last year, was putting with their putter, and this is one of the discs that stayed in my bag, is this Ritual. It's pretty much a buzz. It's just maybe a tick more stable, and I throw it super straight, good for turnover lines that I just want to hold that. In forehands, it's actually sneaky good. And then just a tick more stable than that is my Gator. I believe this is a straighter Gator than most. I like this where I can just put a lot on my mid-range and not worry about it turning over, and it'll fade out. And then for a tick or two ticks more overstable than a Gator, that is the Lightspeed Daybreaker. These things are absolute meat hooks. More or less an approach disc. It's like a faster kind of overstable approach, like super overstable approach. It's just mega beef. I can put it on this type of angle and it'll come out the entire way. It's super good for scrambling and approach shots. Honestly, better. I was bagging a Berg at one point, and I just found myself not liking it for approach shots. So I went with kind of a different approach, which is more overstable mid-range, or slow mid-range. It's a 4-speed, or no, it's a 5-speed. And I just found myself being a little bit more consistent with this type of disc a little bit. I don't know. It's Lightspeed's first disc, originally named the Solar Flare. Probably my most thrown disc in my bag, if I'm going to be honest. Kind of a workhorse, especially whenever I'm playing a shorter course. I just don't find myself on holes. If I've not parked the hole I really don't find myself not throwing the approach shot with this. It's pretty much always my approach. I think that just leaves me with putters. So I bagged 2 putters right now, and I putt with this one. But this is my understable putter. I do circle 2 putts with this, or not circle 2, but like probably around like 60 to 100. I'll approach shot with these. They're super glidey. This is the Negative Oath. They feel decently good. I don't love the feel of them. They're a little too deep for me, which is why I don't putt with them right now. Or I used to putt with them, but I found myself not liking the deepness. But plastic feels good. When I throw these like max power, I turn them over, and when I throw them like super soft, they hold that and slightly turn. So it's a really good throwing putter for that understable slot. I prefer shallower throwing putters just because they're a little bit more consistent coming out of your hands. So I rarely find myself throwing this putter, but if I need to, I will. It's actually, I kind of use it quite a bit, at least a couple times per round, just for those longer jump putts really. And then finally the Lightspeed Ember. If not the Lumen, then the Ember is the flagship disc, because this is a putter you can throw as hard as you want and it won't turn over on you, and it also won't fade out on you. It's not really an overstable putter, and it's not really an understable putter. It's what I would call stable. It just holds your line and pans out. I did a review recently on this. If you haven't seen it, check this out. I don't know if you know Lightspeed's glow, but they are incredible. And before I even knew about Lightspeed, I was throwing the Ember, especially on glow rounds. I was throwing the Ember, and I just loved it. I met Jeremy at Nevada Open. Jeremy's the owner of Lightspeed. I met him at Nevada Open in Missouri a couple years ago. Just super friendly guy. He had some disc for sale, and I felt the Ember, and I was kind of looking for a putter that wasn't too deep that I could throw. I was looking for a putter that wasn't too deep that I could throw, and I found an Ember, and I really loved it. He had some flight numbers that I disagreed with, so we were talking about flight numbers, and yeah, I just loved the Ember since. And it was the first disc I bagged from Lightspeed way before I really even knew what the company was. Yeah, it's what I would say is kind of the flagship. And to be announced is the Ian Boyer Team Series Ember, so keep your eyes out. Cool stamp coming that way that I designed. But anyways, that wraps up my in the bag. I got a little glow light. Let's see if I can show you this glow. It might be a little dark, but it's glowing a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but a little bright in here. But with that, please subscribe. The Lightspeed Disc Golf is trying to grow on YouTube. We're hopefully putting out another one of these in the bag videos soon, with some more team members, and hopefully we have some exciting things this year. Thank you guys so much for watching. God bless. See you in the next video.